right, guys, welcome in here. Another edition of the Joe Raineri Show brought to you by our good friends at paperhead.com. When you are sick and tired of trying to be the book or actually beat the book, why not be the book, guys? That's the whole point, right? They're the ones making the money. We're all sitting here scrounging around trying to make $1 out of 20 cents, all of that good stuff. Well, you can have it all your own, guys. Create your own independent sports book simply by joining up with our good friends over at paperhead.com. And it's very simple, guys. Just a matter of a phone call away. Go ahead right now. No obligation. Absolutely no upfront cost. 888-762-2111. That's 888-762-2111. You get your own personal assistant, walks you through, gives you everything you need to know about becoming an independent sports book for yourself, for your buddies, for everybody else in the family, coworkers, you name it. You can start making the money instead of, the books that everybody else gives their money to. And speaking of that, we want to go ahead and help you make a few bucks here tonight. We do have some of our best bets, as there is more ways than one to be able to get in trouble tonight. NBA, a couple of games in the NHL. You got 25, 26 some odd games in college basketball, 9 in the NBA. Oh, yeah, and we've got a MAC game, another MAC action tonight. Football is on tap, so Ohio taking on Miami of Ohio. Not to be confused with Coral Gables, Miami, but rather Miami of Ohio. These two teams know each other very, very well. It is for state supremacy. I love how they say that, but it's almost like, and I keep reading that headline everywhere today that, well, it's, this is the biggest thing going on in the state. Like, you guys do realize Ohio State is in your state, right? I'm just asking, because the idea that Ohio and Miami of Ohio is somehow the biggest battle there going on in the state of Ohio is a little mind-blowing to me, because Ohio's the number one team. Never mind. Anyway, tonight, MAC action football. Laying 7 is what Ohio is doing. Ohio U. And don't forget these two teams. Again, last year it was Miami of Ohio winning at home, taking down Ohio. Both of these teams, really, this is for first place there in the East in the MAC, and that is just sad when I tell you both of these teams are 4-4. Neither one of them are really good on offense. Neither one of them really good on defense. So what are you going to get here tonight? Well, you're going to get two teams that are exactly that. Not very good on offense, not very good on defense. And as far as I'm concerned with this, Miami, Ohio, Ohio enters this game 3-1, guys, in the conference. They have won 2 games in a row. They did win 34-21 on the road against Ball State, which was pretty impressive. The Red Hawks there of Miami, they also 3-1 in conference play, like we're saying they enter the game also on a 2-win streak. They actually beat Kent State, who you guys might have watched last night, unfortunately. What a strange game that was. 23-16 on the road. I think this is going to be a tightly contested battle back and forth. I honestly do. Now, Ohio, Frank Stoller, how old is Frank Stoller? He's like 105 here. He's running out of time. He doesn't want to have to lose to Miami here in any way, shape, or form. I do and don't think there's going to be as many points as there was last night with Ball State and Kent State, or Western Michigan for that matter. I don't think we're going to have that many points tonight. The over has been creeping up, opened up at 54, 54.5, and it has been creeping, guys, like total Johnny Creeper. It keeps getting up there. 56.5 right now is what I see at our good friends over at uwager.lv. And if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys get yourself an account open up. We need multiple places to line shop. It's pretty important. Long-term profitability. Don't overpay. There's no reason to pay more if you don't have to pay. I'm seeing some horror stories right now with certainly stateside books that are charging people. Everything is what should be minus 110 on both sides. You're getting minus 114, minus 116. Guys are getting gouged all over the place. And while it's nice to say, what the hell's the difference? It's only 5-6 cents. Yeah, well, that all adds up at the end of the year, guys. And there's absolutely no reason to be getting gouged by a stateside book if you don't have to, guys, all right? That's exactly why it's important to be able to have a couple of offshore books that you guys can count on, and that's why I've been telling you about our friends at uwager.lv. 1-800-UWAGER. Call them right now. It takes 3.5 minutes, I know, because I've done it. 1-800-UWAGER. The code JRS50. They'll go ahead, drop a 50% bonus. Am I saying it right? I think so. Yeah, 50% bonus deposit right into your account. So if I'm not right, I'm not a math major here, but I would say that is, put in 50, they put in 25, put in 100, they put in 50, some sort of combination of that. But you got to have the ability to be able to make bets at multiple places so you can shop and get the best number, especially for tonight's game, guys. Look at what you got here. I see 7s. I see 7.5s. I see 55s. I see 56s. I see 56.5s in this MAC action game. So 8 o'clock, that's getting ready to go off. Just shop around, guys. You don't have to fund it with Fort Knox and take out a second mortgage, but have yourself the ability to be able to shop around, get yourself the best numbers. All right, so that's one of the games there. That's where I'm going to lead. I'm going to lead tightly contested. I'm going to go under the 56.5, which is what I seem to be getting. NBA tonight, I found an interesting matchup here with Orlando heading to Dallas to take on the two Twin Towers there, Porzingis and Luka Doncic, who are just ridiculous, those two. But I like the Magic here. Even though Orlando seems to be having just a whole boatload of bad luck. They also, and I have an affinity, I love teams that can play defense. I love teams that bring it because the shots will eventually fall in the NBA for these guys. But to me, defense is all about effort. And if you're going to be a good defensive team, then I trust eventually your shooting you'll get some baskets to fall. But there's a lot of teams out there. You guys know exactly what we're talking about. The effort ain't there on the defense. The effort is definitely there on the defense. And the Magic are one of these teams that they play hard every damn night. I think they've had a whole lot of bad luck here to start the season. I think they're heading into Dallas for this matchup here, and they can't necessarily match Doncic and Porzingis point for point, but I don't think they're going to have to. I think I don't think there's a ton of offensive power behind outside of those two guys on Dallas anyway. And you couple that with the fact that the way Orlando plays defense and the effort that they are bringing, I do think they should be able to hold the Magic under the Mavericks under 100 points. I don't think they're going to hit 100 points either. So where am I leaning? I'm leaning to the under here at 208, 207.5, somewhere around that. I do think it's going to be a closer matchup. I know they're laying 6.5, 7, somewhere along those lines, Dallas. I think Orlando's going to give them a run for the money here tonight, and I do anticipate that they are once again going to bring the defense, and I think they're going to be able to keep those two guys under wraps here tonight. So I'm going to lean to the under in this matchup tonight. Dallas taking on, at home, the Orlando Magic. And then, of course, we do have a college game here tonight. And who better to look at than 9 o'clock tonight, defending champion, Virginia. That's right, Virginia, Tony Bennett and company. They are going to Syracuse, taking on Jim Boeheim, which I don't know if he's a vampire or what he is, like 1,000 years old, but he's still there. I think year number 44. I think this is his 44th year coaching there. And once again, that zone defense, a lot of fun. He's got a lot of young kids, got some talent, holdovers from last year. While Bennett lost just, his three biggest stories, his three biggest scorers last year, we know that, Guy and DeAndre Hunter. He does have also, he's got some talent on that end too. And what do we know about Virginia? It's like watching paint dry. Slow, but defense. They pride themselves on defense, and they pride themselves on working the shot clock and making you earn every damn shot. Well, funny it is, that's what that whole zone defense that Boeheim runs does in Syracuse as well. So what am I getting at? Well, I'm getting at in conference play that Syracuse, the first half under, when Syracuse plays its conference foes there, the first half under for a long time now has been one of the most profitable bets in college basketball. Look it up. You'll see it. I think it's 103-56, something along those lines. It's been very profitable. And you couple the fact of the way Virginia plays defense and the way that zone defense in the Carrier Dome, this has got a lot of unders, but I would hurry up and jump on this because it's slowly been falling left and right here. I don't even know if it's under 120 yet, but it opened up, I saw it at like 125, 125 and a half earlier. So if you can get the under, either first half or full game, that's where I would lean in this. Don't mess around. You know what you're going to get with these two teams. Virginia's got a little bit of work to do here tonight. I think Syracuse is going to surprise some people here tonight. I would not anticipate this to be in the 160s. That's for shit sure here tonight. I expect this thing barely. I think the first one to 60 wins this game here tonight, if we are being honest. So this has got 62-56 written all over it, and I kid you not, with these two teams, especially with the pace of Virginia and the simple fact that they will lock you down. It'll be very hard for you guys to be able to score and score rather easily. Don't forget the 3-point line has moved back a little bit, so that's going to cause some teams maybe to adjust a little from a point perspective. I think that's also the same situation. Notre Dame, North Carolina tonight. Notre Dame getting 9.5, 10 points there. I do think also the under. With a whole lot of new faces in North Carolina. A lot of guys are gone. Some guys stayed over, but I do think there's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, especially for division rivals or conference rivals like Notre Dame and North Carolina. Notre Dame, 7-3 against the spread against North Carolina over the last couple of years, guys. They not necessarily winning, but certainly covering, and you're going to give them double digits again. That is definitely another game that I would be watching tonight. Opened up at 149.5 as a total. It's been bet down to about 148, 147.5. I still think it's a good underplay there between these two teams. Keep an eye on that game. That's going to be a fun game to watch tonight between Notre Dame and North Carolina. So, what else did I miss? I think that's it. That's enough. We got Thursday Night Football, of course, tomorrow. The Chargers taking on the Raiders. We'll have a breakdown for you guys tomorrow on that. But once again, want to invite you guys to head over to our friends at sportsmemo.com. Why? Well, you got some of the most talented, some of the smartest cappers around the country are there. Waiting for you. Our friend Teddy Covers is there. Our friend Dr. Chuck RX. Andrew McGinnis, who's on like a 17-3 run right now. Something crazy. Alex B. Smith. We've got you covered there. Mid-major Matt. You name it, you got it there at sportsmemo.com. Free plays available, free information. And again, some of the most talented handicappers around the country. All just a fingertip away, guys. All you got to do is click. That's right. Click on the page. It was sportsmemo.com, and there, boom, you guys got yourself a whole lot of free plays and a whole lot of ways to make money here tonight. That happening at sportsmemo.com. So I want to thank you guys very much for stopping by, shooting the shit, doing all that happy stuff here tonight. Also, check out sportsmemo.com. We did the first half of the college football games, every game on the board. Me and Drew Martin there. We did that earlier today. Great stuff. Breaking down the whole slate of games. I believe games 105 through 130 we covered. Make sure you check that out here today, giving you some of my initial thoughts across the board on every game on the board in college football. It's going to be a hell of a Week 11 in college football. Big Week 10 in the NFL. That starts tomorrow night. We will have you covered there. And once again, don't forget, guys, if you haven't done so, head over to UWager. That's right, UWager, JRS50. Call them right now, 1-800-UWager, JRS50. Give them the code. They'll drop a 50% deposit bonus into the account. Do it. UWager, 1-800-UWager. The code is JRS50. Also, if you guys are sick and tired, I'm telling you, why not open up your own book? Forget about beating the books. Become the book, guys. It is so much easier than you think, and it really starts with having the right technology partner and the leaders in the industry. And the leaders in the industry, guys, have been our friends at Pay Per Head. It's not that. I'm telling you right now, for 20 years, when it comes to the sportsbook technology, these guys are the leaders. Big time. They walk you through, help you everything. You don't have to worry about a damn thing. All you got to do is grow your business. That's it. grow your business. Everything else is handled by the guys over at Paperhead. It is so simple. So do yourself a favor if you haven't checked it out already, or write down this number right now. Here you go. 888-762-2111. No obligation. No upfront fees, nothing along those lines. It'll take 15 minutes. They'll have you set up with everything you need to eventually get yourself going and become an independent sportsbook. It's that simple, guys. Just call them, 888-762-2111. There's no money up front. You don't have to pay anything. All you got to do is make the call, 888-762-2111. They will get you all set up. And again, we want to thank you guys very much for hanging out with us tonight. Good luck in all of these games. No matter what it is you play tonight, no matter where it is that you go, make sure you guys are cashing some tickets. And if you get a chance, drop by our friends' second half wagering tonight, available all night. NBA, college basketball with our friends at Halftime Magic. HalftimeMagic.com, guys. Make sure you check them out if you haven't done so. These guys, I think, what'd we get? 6 plays last night, guys? 6? We hit 5 out of 6, something along those lines, right? Yeah, second half wagering, guys. The only thing Halftime Magic specializes in. Definitely worth checking them out. Also, free plays on Twitter at Halftime Magic. Make sure you check those guys out. Make it a profitable Wednesday, and then come back and join us again tomorrow. We'll look to make it a profitable Thursday. Thursday night football, more NBA. We'll get you set up for the weekend. In the meantime, guys, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. It's the Joe Raineri Show. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.